Hello, this is Scotty McCoy. I am the author of the Ultimate Friday the 13th Trivia book, and I am doing another book titled The Ultimate Slasher Movie Encyclopedia, and I am interviewing the cast and crew of the Friday the 13th franchise, and I currently have on the phone with me Terry Kiser, and he played the vile Dr. Cruz in Friday the 13th Part 7, The New Blood. Hi, Terry. How you doing?
Yes, that's what
I loved your character. I've been talking about this interview for the past 24 hours. I've been so nervous just talking to you. The first film I saw was the one that you were in, and I immediately drew to your character, Tina, and Mrs. Shepard.
Yeah. We had fun doing it. It was terrible because we were in the middle of a swamp. And when we shot the thing, we had to shoot it at night. So it was like 6 o'clock at night till 6 in the morning.
Wow.
And so there was obviously no time to go to a bar and relax and dance, eat with friends or something like this. We just had to do this night shooting. And I remember they had a snake wrangler and a crocodile wrangler. So because our trailers were in the swamp, and just to make sure that nobody stepped on a snake or a crocodile, they had these guys running around, making sure that these animals were around.
Right.
So, yeah.
That's crazy. So what was your audition like for Friday the 13th Part 7?
I don't think I auditioned. I think they just gave it to me.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You're just that good.
Yeah, I had known the director, John, before. I don't know what we had done before or something like this, but they called and said, "We should do it." And I said, What is it? Friday the 13th. I said, haven't they already done those things? He said, no, this is Part 7. I said, it's Part 7? I said, holy cow. I said, well, you're paying money? Yes, we're paying money. I said, oh, all right. Let's do it. So that's how we ended up doing the thing.
Awesome.
Nice people from King and Susan, Jennifer,
Awesome.
Kevin, nice people on the thing like that. But we were all, disenfranchised as far as the idea of shooting all nights in a swamp.
I can imagine.
It wasn't the most romantic, place to be shooting a movie. They said, "Well, you're a movie star. You get to shoot in all these exotic places." I said, "Yeah, this was exotic, all right." Making sure I didn't step on a snake or a crocodile.
Oh my God, that's awesome. So how did you get your start into acting?
How did I get started? When I was I think like 7 years old or something like this, I remember we were by Northwestern University, and they were putting on a children's show called what the heck was it called? And they wanted a young boy and a young girl for the part. And my mother just said, you like playing the piano and things. Do you want to try out for that? And I said, sure. And I got it, and I remember looking back, and my mother said, there were like over 200 people, and you got the job. And God bless my mother, there were probably 3 of us that auditioned for this part.
Wow.
2 girls and a guy, and I got it.
Awesome.
So I don't know how many were there, but my mother had this wonderful exaggeration. She was a great fan, so that's kind of where it started. Ghost of Mr. Penny, that was the name of that show, I remember, at Northwestern University, and it just got the bug in me of stepping out on stage. I think for the first time, and I remember it as almost like a Polaroid of today, of stepping out on that stage and feeling the lights and audience for the first time, and it just was in my blood.
Awesome.
And and I kept doing amateur things and stuff like that. I was from the Midwest, so I had to, I had the degree. I couldn't just be an actor.
Right.
If you're from the Midwest. So I ended up getting an industrial engineering degree, a business and civil engineering degree from Kansas University, and practiced for 6 months. And got on a bus with $1,500 in my pocket and went to New York. Said I want to be an actor.
Awesome.
That's kind of how it started.
Awesome, and your career just launched from there, and you did amazing things with Weekends at Bernie, Friday the 13th. Just done amazing stuff.
I've been very fortunate
Definitely.
to be able to do something that I love to do. I don't care for the business that much, but the craft itself, is a wonderful gift that I just happen to have.
Right.
And so I'm very grateful to be doing something that I love.
Awesome.
For sure.
Right. So how was your death scene filmed?
Carefully, very carefully. I think they cut some of the gross stuff out of it.
They did.
In other words, I think it was a little more gross than it ended up being. I think they cut off my head or my arm or my legs. It was pretty good. We had to be careful with things because who gets whacked with a weed whacker or whatever the hell it was. So yes, again in the swamp, so you couldn't see anything. So this thing coming at you, and carefully. That's how we did it. Very carefully. I survived.
Right. So did you do your own stunt when he ended up throwing you backwards?
Yes, at that point in my career, I sure did. Yeah.
Awesome.
They couldn't hire anybody else to go in the swamp, so I
had to do it. So what was the best part about filming Friday the 13th, and what was the worst?
Well, as I said, the worst was filming at night from 6 at night till 6 in the morning in a swamp, and that was the worst. Because, as I said, you had no social life. You had you couldn't see the town. You couldn't, see what was going on. All you were doing was working. So that was bad. I think the nice part about it is that you met some wonderful friends. I wonder what John Bushler is doing now.
I'm not sure. I know I reached out to him for an interview, and he said he would be happy to, but we haven't set a date and time yet, so I can ask and get that information. I can even pass it along to you if you'd like.
Yeah, well, give him my best wherever he is.
I definitely will.
Yeah. Tell him we're both above ground, and that's good.
Awesome.
That's good.
Awesome. So, what was the most memorable moment when filming Friday the 13th?
The most memorable moment?
Yeah.
I think when they said rap. I'm being facetious. I enjoy. Somebody once said, what's the best part that you've had, or what's the best one you remember, and things like that. I'm always happy to be on the set.
Right.
I'm always happy to be doing it. Right. And Friday the 13th, again with those shortcomings. Was a fun adventure. You were filming something. You were with fellow creative artists, crews that love to be there. Right. So you always have fun in that area, always.
Right. So what was it like working with Susan Blue?
Susan was nice. She was a nice lady. We met back in L.A. Before we went there. I just wanted to know, who my wife was. That's always nice. Yep. And she's a very generous lady, very nice, and very giving, and we just had a good time. She was nice, nice lady.
And what about Laura Park Lincoln?
What there was?
How was Laura Park Lincoln? How was it like working with her?
She was just this young little sprout that was running around, jumping in the swamp, and she was having a good time. I think this was, one of her first films, as far as getting opportunity. And again, as I said, from Kevin to Kane to Jennifer, they were all nice. They were all nice people. John, they were all good people. And at that time of everybody's career and stuff like this, the surprising thing is that you look back now, as you said, it's the 30th anniversary of this.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in where am I gonna be? For Monster Mania in Cherry Hills, New Jersey.
Okay.
March 9th through the 11th.
Awesome.
And I'm sure that'll be a focal point of 30th anniversary of this movie. Yeah.
Yep. So, how was John Carl Buechler as a director, and would you work with him again?
In a heartbeat. He was very nice.
Awesome.
You know? Yeah, he was running around having fun, too.
He even made a cameo at the end as the fireman who picked up the broken hockey mask.
Well, he was trying to be Hitchcock. That's
exactly.
What he was trying to do,
exactly. Yep. All right, so the last question I got for you is, do you got any future projects that you would like to tell the readers about?
Sure. You caught me down in Texas now. I have a little ranch up in Colorado. That's where I reside.
Nice.
And I'm down in Dallas right now. I'm directing it's called Old Broads 2.
Okay.
And it's a situation comedy that's quite funny. And they're seeing where they can place that. I just finished a tour of a musical called Ticket to Nashville.
Nice.
And we did it on stage. We opened up in someplace. They had a seating of 2,400 people. It was a huge theater.
Right.
And but it's a musical, and it looks like they might do it as a film. I guess Lionsgate is very interested in the thing.
Okay.
And they're going to they're billing it as the country musical version of La La Land. That's a pretty good sales pitch.
Oh, that's very good.
Yeah, that's very good, and it was very successful too. Very successful, and so it was fun to be back. I started on Broadway, and so to go back to the stage again,
yep,
was quite fun. Get back on the boards, as they say again.
Yeah,
and just finished writing. We're pitching now a 10-part series called In Between.
Okay.
And kind of about what happens in the afterlife a little bit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I think very interesting. And so the pilot script is done. The Bible is finished. They've just finished the Bible on the thing. The Bible meaning backstories, development of characters, where you go in 10 episodes, where you're going in 2 years if you're going, and this whole thing. And we just presented it here in Dallas for the first time.
Awesome.
And it was very successful. So we're looking for a placement of that thing. And as I said, we just finished that, and I'm looking forward to pitching it, because I think it's quite beautiful and a real unusually good piece.
Awesome.
Who's interested in this thing? Who wants to co-star with me? Lee Majors wants to co-star. Well, he wants to think. Scott Wilson wants to do it.
Scott Wilson. He was also in The Walking Dead.
Yeah. He's a friend.
Awesome.
He loves the thing. He says I think it's brilliant, Terry. It's an innovative new idea. Barry Corbin, the actor.
That's so awesome.
That's very interesting in the thing. So we'll see where that goes.
Right.
But that's kind of the direction I'm going, Scotty.
Awesome. Very busy man.
Well, why not?
Exactly. Keeps you out of trouble, right?
Yeah. And I thought about, I'm in Dallas, Cali. Coming from Colorado, I'll be able to play golf and stuff. It's colder in Dallas than it is in Colorado.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I can't believe that. Oh, my God.
That's crazy.
It was very crazy, very crazy. As I said, I have a little 48 acres up in Colorado by Telluride, and that's kind of where I reside. Now.
What town in Colorado?
Telluride, but you know where Telluride is?
No.
Telluride is on the western slope. You've heard of the Telluride Film Festival?
Yes, I heard of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's on the western slope. Colorado.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great.
Yes, that's beautiful there.
Awesome.
So here I bring my golf clubs down to Dallas, and I'll be able to get time to play, and it's freezing.
Oh boy!
And I said, why
can't win.
Colorado? It's warmer in Colorado than it is in Dallas, Texas. Believe that one.
That's crazy.
How can that possibly be?
It's roughly 8 or 9 degrees here.
Yeah. Congratulations, by the way, on the Ultimate Friday the 13th trivia book.
Thank you so much. I also have 2 other books out. I have the Ultimate Halloween Trivia book was published in June, and then my dad was diagnosed with a rare aggressive form of brain cancer, and he had a stroke after emergency brain surgery, and he is now over a year cancer free. So I wrote a biographical novel on that titled "Christ Defeats Cancer."
Wow.
Yep.
Good for you.
Thank
Good
you.
for you. Yeah. And what is this new book called?
This one is called the Ultimate Slasher Movie Encyclopedia. So I'm gonna have like 10 different chapters where there's gonna be like about 10 different franchises, and then in each chapter is gonna have each of the films from the franchises with sub chapters. And like for example, with Friday the 13th, it'll have all 12 of the films in each section, each sub chapter, and each sub chapter will include like the body count, the cast and crew, a did you know section, a trivia section, interviews with the cast and crew, stuff like that.
Well, I wish you the best on it.
Thank you very much, and I thank you so much for taking your time to have this interview with me.
You got it, Scotty. Keep creating, my friend.
Awesome, I will. Thank you very much.
Bye.
All right, bye.